Hi guys, Josh here, your Amazon optimization guru, and welcome to my channel where we talk about all things related to scaling and increasing your sales on Amazon. If you're looking for a more personalized one-on-one approach, I do offer consulting services, and you can get in touch by clicking the link in the description below. So today I thought I'd talk about a pretty popular topic that a lot of sellers contend with, and that has to do with the buy box and securing your account to actually be featured within that buy box when a buyer visits the landing page of your particular product. So one thing you should know before going into this is when you're starting out, you're probably considering, do I create my own formatted listing of a product, or if the product is existing on Amazon, do I just hop on that listing and kind of scale my sales from there? And I would say the best place to start is hopping on someone else's listing. Not only does it allow you to leverage the potential ranking and sales history from that listing, but it also allows you to set up your item for sale much more quickly than you otherwise would be. Now, as you start to scale things, I would recommend that you put the time into creating your own listing that's optimized using all of the recommendations that I outline on my channel here. But to start, a lot of sellers will basically hop onto a listing. So I use this listing here only because I have a background in sports nutrition products and felt this was a good example. But as you can see, the buy box is located on the right side of the page here, and you can see the brand, which is Ghost, actually has this buy box visible to me as a buyer. Now, it's not always visible all the time from this particular seller. Other sellers do have some visibility. And so if you're another seller and you're looking to get, say, 10, 20%, 30% or more of these page visitors to see you as a seller in the buy box, then I've created kind of 10 things that I want to go over today that's going to help you increase your buy box visibility, which in turn is going to obviously increase your sales. So if you scroll down, you can actually see that there's this other sellers on Amazon on the right side. And if I click on that, you'll see all the different seller names that are also selling this exact same product. So let's assume that this is a product you sell and you're one of these sellers within this other sellers list, and you want to actually increase your level of sales. So one way we can do that is to obviously price competitively. Now, Amazon is very sensitive in terms of pricing. So if you can match or even be lower than the lowest price within the listing, and it's probably $44.99 from Ghost, then you'll have a good chance at obviously appearing more often as the featured buy box seller. So you can see Ghost Nutrition, the actual brand, has $44.99. And then we have QU Stuff and More, which should match that price. But the other brands here below are more expensive, and they're not going to be featured as much in the buy box. They're not going to make as many sales. So you're going to have to make sure that you calculate all of your costs and your margins in bold with this to see what's kind of the lowest acceptable price. Or if you want a faster method and you're confident you can still profit while scaling and selling more units, then you can match the lowest price that's already in the listing to compete with that buy box visibility. So that's the first thing you can do. The second thing comes down to fulfillment. So you can see here that this brand says ships from Amazon.com. The same goes for Ghost here. They ship from Amazon. So what this means is that they've sent their products into FBA, or Fulfillment by Amazon, to have them fulfill and ship products to customers. And now Amazon has a large preference within their algorithm to feature products and sellers either in the buy box or in the search results that offer Amazon FBA shipping versus seller fulfilled. So I definitely recommend, you won't regret it, get your products over to FBA and have them fulfilled via your listings. As the third part, I wanted to talk about kind of seller metrics. So this is anything to do with performance related to your seller account. So are you handling customer emails and complaints in a timely manner? Are you maintaining good service metrics? Are you maintaining good return metrics, meaning, make sure your products aren't defective in any way, that they're high quality, that they're all sealed, or they're as the condition indicates, if they're not new, for example. So you have to be very accurate about how you portray your products and make sure that they're as high quality as possible to minimize returns. On-time delivery, again, if you're fulfilling through Amazon, you have a lot of protection with that. So another reason why I definitely recommend going through it. And then any other metrics such as shipment issues and account issues that come up on the back end, just make sure that you get those taken care of, that they don't pile up, and make sure that your seller rating is as high as possible. So the fourth part I wanted to talk about is inventory management. This is also going to be very important in securing the buy box. One thing I'd recommend is to make sure you accurately forecast your demand and that you have at least 60 days of inventory on hand, whether it's in FBA or through your own fulfillment methods. And doing this will help you stay in stock. Now, an issue you can run into is you'll lose either buy box share or search ranking, or overall ranking in sales if your products go out of stock, and it can be very difficult to get them back up to the levels they might have previously been at, and obviously more difficult to get them higher than that as well. So at all costs, just make sure that you're monitoring your inventory and you're not going out of stock, because going out of stock will definitely affect your overall performance and ranking, as well as obviously your sales, because if you're not selling anything, then you're not making any money. So the other thing is customer service. So just make sure that you focus on two main things, which is customer messages. Get back to the customer within 24 hours. If you can do it within the hour, I know sometimes that's difficult, but I have a policy myself where, most things are probably going to be approved for a refund just to keep the customer happy, to respond to them within an hour so they don't take other methods of, say, retribution by leaving bad feedback. And then I had to deal with that later. So make sure you're quick to reply and quick to resolve issues at all costs. And then, of course, the second part has to do with feedback. So make sure that you're replying to customer feedback, even the positive comments, definitely the negative comments, and that any negative feedback you get, you reach out to the customer personally and see how you can resolve it. A lot of the time, customers will agree to kind of revise their feedback if you're able to resolve the issue for them. So it never hurts to just reach out and try and come to some sort of resolution that's going to make them happy. And who knows, they might come back again and purchase from you just because they were satisfied with the service they received. So the next part that I wanted to focus on is the account health side. This kind of goes into what I said before, but this is more policy compliance. So Amazon is particularly picky, especially within the supplement space. But there's a lot of other categories where they have issues as well with your compliance and policy. And if you don't submit, for example, necessary business documentation, if they have an issue with something in regards to components within your product, or they need you to get additional certifications, just make sure that you address that as quickly as you can. If you have any shipment issues, for example, that can create issues. If you're fulfilling yourself, definitely make sure you stay on top of that, because you can actually have your ability to fulfill be taken away due to issues. So any issue that comes up that's flagged by Amazon, make sure that you take care of that as soon as possible. Another thing you want to focus on is just building a strong sales history. So, the more time and the more positive metrics you have on your account, the better you're going to rank within the algorithm, the more you're going to show up within the buy box as well for consumers. And then, of course, anything you can do to boost sales volume. If you check out my other videos, I have a lot of tricks and tips in regards to this, whether it's running a lot of promotions. You can see here they have a promotion listed. I definitely recommend lightning deals, as well as other creative ways such as virtual bundles and things like that to really keep your sales kind of elevated. And that's only going to snowball into, a more positive effect for you. So number 8, we'll move on, is the product listing itself. Again, this is less relevant if you're the one jumping onto someone else's listing, but if you've created a listing and other sellers jump onto that as well, then you're going to want to make sure, your listing you created is as high quality as possible. You're using, good imagery, rendered files. You're leveraging all of the options that are available to you. So that could be the enhanced brand content, the title length, the description, the bullet points, and a maximum amount of allowed keywords. So when you start leveraging everything at your disposal within the listing, including the back-end details, you're going to find that you get more search exposure, you get, more buy box exposure and higher sales as a result of that. Again, shipping as well, and make sure you're competitive in that. If you're fulfilling yourself, if you're fulfilling on Amazon, well, they give free shipping anyway via FBA, and you pay, an FBA fee per item fulfilled to Amazon. So you don't have to worry as much with fulfillment by Amazon, but if you're fulfilling yourself, so make sure you offer good shipping options. Free shipping is always good. That's probably the best practice I would recommend, and you're going to secure more of the buy box there. And then, of course, just making sure that you participate in key events such as Black Friday deals, Christmas deals, Prime Day, of course, participation there. And then any other holidays or specific sale periods where people might be shopping more than they usually do is really a great opportunity for you to lift your ranking to increase your buy box exposure. And so those are just a few of the tips I had. If you're looking for more specifics on optimization and obviously securing more sales and more of the buy box, make sure to check out my other videos, and also download my free Amazon Scaling Your Sales Guide. You'll notice that the link is there in the description. And other than that, take care.